If you're trying to grow your farm off of just one farm product, good luck with that. That works for almost no farms that I'm aware of, at least on a small scale like we farm. The farms that survive today and the ones that are growing and keeping their sanity in the process almost always have more than one stream of income coming into their farm. I'm Jason, part-time farmer, homegrown hosting, Long Bottom Farm, and today we're doing part 3 in a video series, how to grow your farm without burning out. This video is about income stacking for real-world farm life. Let's get into it. Real quick, we have a newsletter, the Sunday Solopreneur. This comes out every Sunday about 10 a.m. I talk about how to market your products on your farm, how to use social media and websites to grow your farm. I also talk about farming, raising cattle, chickens, pigs. We go through it all, and it's about building your farm business. Sign up now, and you'll also get a free PDF on how to use ChatGPT to write your social media, to write your newsletters, and to help write product descriptions for your products. This is free download for signing up for the newsletter. One newsletter every 1 to 2 weeks, no spam, I promise. Check it out. I think you'll get a lot of value in learning to grow your farm or homestead, and it's free. All right, back to the video. So you're growing your farm. One stream of income usually isn't enough, at least in my experience and the farms that I've worked with. And that's because we're on a really small scale. Market shift, weather changes, feed prices spike, even demand fluctuates. And it's one of those things that if you're tied to just one product, you have to be careful. Think about COVID. If you're only selling to wholesale and all the restaurants shut down, you didn't have a place to send your products. Beef right now. If you're bringing in stockers and feeders to grow them for beef, that's a really expensive thing to do at this point. By the time you pay for the animal, the hay, and growing them out, processing, it's hard to make a profit right now with where prices are at. The point is, if you're tying all of your income to one product, one bad season can really wreck you. By stacking a few different incomes or diversifying, you're putting a plan in place that when these factors affect one part of your business, hopefully your other part is picking up the slack or at least still providing an income. And so that brings us to the beauty of part-time farming. You're not chained to making everything from the farm. You can build a patchwork of income that can add up to a full living, and hopefully you enjoy doing it all. It's without stress. This isn't about quitting your job or growing your farm into $1 million business, though it's not to say those things aren't possible. But this is about building a life that works for you, and having different flow of incomes to your farm helps you to achieve that a whole lot easier. So let's talk about a few income streams that maybe you can do. And these are income streams, most of these that we're doing on our farm today. The first one is an Amazon affiliate store. Now you'll see videos all over YouTube about this. Some are scams, some are not. What we have done is we gained somewhat of a social following with our farm, and we use that to apply for the Amazon affiliate store. I'll have a link down below if you want to apply. In a nutshell, you have to have a social media following. That can be Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you name it. They'll take any. And you essentially submit that with your farm name or your business name or whatever you're trying to do, and they will tell you yes or no, you can be an affiliate for us. If they do, then you get your own account, and every product that you look at on Amazon, there will be a little tag at the top for that product. You can give that code out, and if anyone uses that code, you get a small commission. And the cool thing about this is it doesn't cost the person buying from Amazon anything. It's just a little bit of income to you as a thank you from Amazon for promoting products. Now, you have to be careful with this. Don't promote every product. Again, we use a lot of products from Amazon that, just around the farm. And so the ones we like, those are the ones we promote. So occasionally in an email, I'll mention it, put a link. Occasionally in these YouTube videos, I'll mention it. There'll be a link below. Main thing is just acknowledge or let people know that you are an affiliate link. That's it. It's a way that once it's done, it's set and forget. Obviously, you can keep doing it, keep coming up with different ways to present different links, but it's a way to just bring in some extra income from products that you're using, and it costs the consumer that's using them nothing and helps to boost your farm a little bit. Service-based businesses. This is a great way to use your farm that you're already producing products on to bring in some extra income. Now, it does add a little bit more labor. Obviously, it depends on what you're doing, but it is a great way to boost your income. On this farm, we do horse boarding. We have some boarders that rent space for their horses to be here, and that gives us monthly income every month. I do website design for small farms, homegrown hosting, which I've mentioned a few times. There's a link down below if you need a website for your farm, check it out. And these are things that just skills we had, things we had on the farm that we could then use the farm to put behind to promote it as a product. The great thing about this is it's not tied to inventory. So you avoid market price swings. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff generally, which you do with the products that you sell. And it doesn't have to be these things I've mentioned. You could do classes on how to make cheese, how to process a chicken, how to butcher a hog, how to make honey. You could do tours on your farm. And if you're not comfortable with charging for a tour on your farm, you can still charge for it, but then have that price applied to your product. Again, I think if you're putting your time out there and you're taking your time to teach people, show people, and provide an experience for someone, that's valuable and you should charge for it. And then even consulting. If you're good at something like haying, pasture management, raising a certain kind of animal, growing a certain type of vegetable, that's worth something. And people will pay you to learn about that. So you can put it out there, you can advertise it. And again, I think that's valuable if you're saving people time, you're saving people money. If they're paying you a couple $100 and in turn we're getting their time back and maybe saving them from $1,000 mistake, totally worth it. So service-based businesses, another thing to think about for your farm. This one some of you may already be doing, but it's equipment for hire. You may have a tractor with a bush hog and there's neighbors, there's people around that have big fields they want bush hogged. So you're using the equipment some obviously on your farm, but being able to be hired out to use that equipment somewhere else means you're getting paid. The equipment is now bringing you in some income rather than just sitting here in your barn. It's a win-win. Again, it takes a little bit of your time, but it's another way to use stuff that you already have to make more income for your farm. Value-added products. This is another great way to take things that you're already producing and get more money for them. Take, for instance, things like if you're making milk, you can turn that into cheese, you can turn those into soaps, you can turn the byproducts of some of the stuff that you're using into other products. For instance, fat. We get beef fat and pork fat back from our cattle and pigs. You can turn that into lard. You can make soap with that. We've made chapstick with it. There's a lot you can do. And again, there's still a little bit of time and labor here, but when you get those things figured out, again, you can take something that's not worth much or a part that you're not using at all and turn it into something that you can now sell as a product. When we first started out, we were basically just selling meat, and now we sell some of these value-added products I just mentioned. We also sell organ meats. We get those back. We ask for those back from the processor now because we found those actually sell really well. There's people that'll buy your cow hides to make leather and do stuff with. So you just have a lot of options just value adding. Seasonal agritourism and events. We mentioned this a few minutes ago when talking about service-based businesses, but this is one you can really dial in on and really expand them so that they're also selling products. You could do things like a you pick strawberry patch, you pick pumpkin patch. You can do farm dinners. There's people that even grow sunflower fields and charge people to come take pictures there. This can be a great brand builder for your farm. People come out to your farm, they take pictures, they share it on Instagram, Facebook, and it's also a way to really foster community connection. You're getting people from the community out to your farm. And it's a good chance they're going to like your farm, they're going to appreciate what you're doing and become customers. And then you can also make this seasonal. It's not something you always have to do. You know, you might offer it twice a year. You may offer it every month. You have the option of dialing this up or down to fit your life, your schedule, and take something that you already have, the farm and the products you're producing, and get people out here to not only see those products, but to help promote your farm and grow your farm. All right, now this is one I may get a little backlash on, but farm courses. Now I know there are some really crappy courses out there. There are some courses out there that really don't teach you anything, but yet charge a whole lot of money. But that said, there are also some really good ones out there that can save you thousands. And if you're good at something on your farm, working cattle, building structures, managing books, there are things you can do on your farm to turn it into a course and offer it. Now, the thing to know about courses is a lot of the courses that you see, all that information is out there for free. What you have to understand usually with a course, what you're paying for, one is the expertise of the person teaching it, provided they have it, and two is time. You're getting your time back. Again, about 90% of what's taught is out there for free. You just have to go find it, put it all together in a way that's digestible for you. What a course does is takes all that stuff and does that for you. It puts it into a logical progression in ways that's easy to digest and saves you the time and the effort of going to find all this stuff. Not only that though, a course can save you from some big mistakes. I've taken a few courses and it saved me tens of thousands of dollars in mistakes, from equipment maybe I shouldn't buy to ways of setting up my fence that I shouldn't do. That's a big thing that you can get from courses, provided you're getting it from reputable people. If someone puts a course out there that charges you a few $100s but saves you thousands, that's well worth it in my opinion. Again, you got to be able to weed out the good ones from the bad ones, but don't discount that from your farm, that if you have knowledge, you're good at something, and you think you can share that with people, that's not only going to save them time but save them money. Start a course, put it out there. It's one of those things that once you get it, you set it, and other than you might have to update it every now and then, it's kind of like publishing a book. It's out there, and hopefully you reap the benefits from that. Again, it's about providing value. You've got to provide value and be honest with that and make sure that that's your focus. But if you can provide that value, if you can save them money, consider teaching a course or creating an online course as another way to generate income for your farm. So you don't need huge income streams to make your farm successful. A lot of little streams will do the same thing, especially if they're kind of set and forget streams where you put the work in up front, but then you reap the benefits afterwards. You have income coming into your farm with you not doing much work after that. So think about some of these things. Pick what fits your time, your needs, your skills, and in with your context of life, your family, you're working an off-farm job. All of these can be set up for really any scenario. It just depends on how you want to make it work for your farm. Having these value-added products, having these services, having these other small streams of income is really how you make farming sustainable without burning out. And one thing I like to stress with this isn't about quitting your job. Again, it can get you there. It's going to take work. None of this is get rich quick schemes or or you're just going to make a bunch of money. Anything that's going to make you money is going to take work. But it's really about building a farm life that fits with your life. As your life changes, these things can change. So I hope this helped. Again, this was the last part of this series. We've got some more videos coming up on how much money we're making from our layers, how we're doing our horse boarding, going into the specifics of that. If there's any videos you'd like to see, leave a comment below. Again, I hope this video helped. I hope it maybe gives you some ideas or some things that you're thinking about trying. Again, feel free to reach out to me below if you have any questions. I haven't done all these, but I have done some of them, and we'll be glad to share with you what I can to help you get started. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.